Hi everyone, happy Thursday. So I wanted to share something, not jewelry related at all, as per usual, something that's on my heart. And that is the fact that we are all humans spinning in space on this beautiful planet Earth. What I believe is spiritual beings having a human experience for a brief moment in time. And I think the goal is to live our best life, is to have the most beautiful, creative, expansive experience possible. And that doesn't come without contrast, and it doesn't come without pain, just like we don't know and appreciate the light without the dark. However, I wanted to share 3 things that have absolutely been game changers for me in going from dark night of the soul to everything I wanted and more in terms of my life, from being a mom to my romantic life to my business life. And those 3 things drive one thing. There's one thing that I believe drives your reality and everything you're creating and everything you're experiencing more than anything. This is my opinion. Take it or leave it. You can slide to the next Instagram story if this doesn't resonate with you. It's totally okay. But this has been my personal experience, and so I wanted to share it in case anyone wants a little boost in their life. And so my belief is that your emotional state, so how you feel, if you're feeling good about yourself, if you're feeling good about your life, or if you're feeling bad about yourself, or you're feeling afraid or bad about your life, or you're worrying constantly about what's going to happen or what's not going to happen, or you are unhappy here, but you want to get to a very happy place, which I think many can relate to this. We're all here and we're all aspiring to get here, right? Like, we want to live our best life. We want to be our happiest. And we have all of these dreams and we feel like we're here and this is where we want to go. And so my belief and my experience is that when you shift your emotional state, when you shift your emotional frequency, your emotional output, your happiness factor, when you can have agency over how you feel, interestingly, life around you changes, life around you shifts. And so the 3 things I would encourage you to consider and try, the first thing is your narrative, which is your self-talk. We all have a crazy roommate upstairs. If you've read The Untethered Soul, which if you haven't, I highly recommend it, but it talks about the crazy voice in our head that is always talking shit about us. No matter how good your life is, no matter how bad your life is, no matter where you're at, there's always someone kind of rooting against you. And it's really just the part of you that is your shadow, or the part of you that doesn't feel fully seen or loved by you. And that's a whole different story. But the quicker way to address that is to change your narrative. The narrative is, what are you replaying in your head and ruminating over, which every single person on the planet ruminates. That's where you're just thinking about the things you don't want over and over again. You're worrying and worrying and worrying. And so if you can take that narrative and you can rewrite it, and don't just rewrite it in your head. Literally, if you can like take a pen to paper and write the narrative that you have right now, and then the narrative that would be most ideal, like the most ideal realistic outcome. You could even do it in your phone if you don't have a pen to paper. It is actually, and then what you do is you look at it every morning and every night and you read it. And if you can read it and look at it while you're listening to your favorite music, it shifts your emotional state, which shifts your frequency output. Totally okay if you don't believe that, by the way, but try it just for funsies. Have a little human experiment and see what happens. And if you do it consistently, if you can get yourself into a happier state emotionally with music, with a narrative, right? Whether it's you and your husband, or it's you and your work and your boss, it's you and your own insecurities about yourself. If you can rewrite your narrative to the most positive, realistic outcome, like even like a little bit beyond realistic, and replay that in your mind, it is unbelievable how quickly you will see changes toward what you want. Because if we focus on what we don't want, we will get more of it. If we focus on what we want, we will get more of it. My belief. My belief is based on my personal experiences and many other people's personal experiences. You don't have to believe it, but you could try it and see if it might be true for you. But the power of music, the power of rewriting your narrative, the power of meditation and doing these things consistently, right? Like we can't do something, we can't go to the gym once and expect to have a result. If we actually put in the time, even 10 minutes, 5 minutes in the morning before the household wakes up, before the day gets to you, and you take agency over the day, you will be amazed at the transformation you start to see in your life because of your emotional state. So, music, narrative, meditation. If you don't have a meditation practice, it's not hard. It's actually, there are so many apps that you could do a 5 to 10 minute meditation through the Calm app or through Mind Valley. Or if you go to YouTube and just type in, Bob Proctor does amazing free meditations, Jeffrey Allen, Joe Dispenza. I mean, there's just like, if you really just implement it, you will be amazed at how you start to feel about yourself and your life. And if I could make a recommendation, it would be to take your top 3 narratives that are kind of driving you crazy. And you could be in your best life. This is not for, I mean, this could be for someone who's mentally ill, but this is for high functioning people in society. We can all be driven mad by the voice in our head, because it's just not real. The reality is whatever we choose to create. And so if you want to create the best reality possible, have agency over it, and I would try implementing these things and see what happens. It's worked wonders for me, so I wanted to share, and I hope you find it helpful. And if not, it's just a fun experiment. So anyway, enjoy your Thursday, and sending everyone love. Bye.